has refuted the news during the rounds that he has resigned from his position. The Speaker, in a phone interview with Osrc, said the letter informing of his resignation bearing his signature is fake. The Speaker said the purported letter of resignation is the handiwork of the fifth columnists who are bent on throwing Ondo State into anarchy, particularly the State House of Assembly. The Speaker said he did not inform the executive arm of government of any resignation and urged members of the House to disregard the letter in its entirety, and also urged the security agencies to investigate the false and malicious letter.
The letter going around that I've resigned as a speaker is not so. That is not my own. It's not letter from me. I remain the Speaker of Ondo State House of Assembly. The signature is not my own. The date that I wrote there, that is not how I used to write my date. And there is no way I will sign like that. It's not my own signature. And the clerk is around to confirm that I have never given any letter. I still remain the Speaker of Ondo State.
What exactly does the removal of subsidy on petrol mean for ordinary Nigerians? In this report, Osrc Zaid Aribisala samples opinion of Nigerians on the latest developments in the country and reports that expectations are high over the judicious utilization of said funds from the removal on other critical parts of the nation's economy.
Is finally down. Subsidy on petrol, an integral product contributing to running Nigeria's formal and informal economies, is no more achievable, according to the nation's government. Premium motor spirit now joins the and diesel without government's additional financing. First subsidy has been a long economic space for decades. But what does this mean for an average Nigerian who will now have to buy a litre of petrol at over 400 naira as against previous official price of 165 naira?
That subsidy, I don't understand anything. I don't even understand their English, their grammar. That subsidy, I don't know what the subsidy is mean, but that is what they are saying. That subsidy. And then if any government that is enter, there will be mentioned subsidy all the time. But we thank God that they have already removed the subsidy now. So if we are buying fuel 500 naira today, I know that everything will still come down.
Actually, I was very angry before, but when I make some before, like the rich benefit from it more than the poor. Me, I prefer let them leave they should remove the subsidy. We should just continue to live the way we are.
Àwa ò kàwé, but àwọn tó kàwé gbadá sọ̀rọ̀ èdè tí wọ́n ló dábẹ́ yẹn. Wọ́n náà kan ló wà ní díẹ̀ tó ń jẹ owó yẹn láyé wá. Wọ́n ní bí bàbá ṣe yọ ẹ ló dá, wọ́n nígbà tó bá yá wọ́n náà á regulate.
Nigeria, a one-time largest exporter of crude on the African continent, is faced with the challenge of refining the product for local consumption. To cope with this situation, importing the refined products has been nothing but a necessity.
The subsidy, as we know, is government is subsidizing the fuel for a very long time. That we know. By that, they have been saying that if fuel costs 300 naira per liter as it's here, they have been paying 150 naira on behalf of the masses. And it is their argument that when they remove the subsidy, that whatever gain or the money that is accruing from the subsidy will be channeled to other infrastructures, vis-a-vis talking of hospital.
The federal government says over 13 trillion naira was spent on subsidy payment in 16 years between 2005 and 2021. But now that the burden is gone, what next?
Gbogbo nǹkan tó fẹ́ wá sílẹ̀ sí ó lè yọrí epo yẹn wọ́n á ti yọ gbogbo ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ó yẹ ká máa wo ibi tó ń lọ. Nàìjíríà nìkan ni epo tí wọ́n ní gbogbo world Nàìjíríà lẹ́pọ̀ tí lẹ́sì jù ẹgẹ́ tọ̀rọ̀ mi. Abẹ́rẹ́ ká máa wo àwọn ìlú kọ̀ọ̀kan ókè epo wá sí wọ́n sẹ̀ filẹ̀ àǹjàpòrò. Orí epo yẹn wọ́n máa ní àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan tó fẹ́ yọ ọ́nbẹ àwọn kan wà ó yẹ pé àwọn méjì péré
ni wọ́n wà ń kí epo yẹn wọ́n kàn gbó yẹn tí wọ́n kó sápò àwọn tí ó ń ké epo wọlé but sínsìn báyìí ẹ tó jó lórí wa ó fẹ́ find out bí epo yẹn á ti spread.
My fear and worry is when this subsidy is removed that it should be properly channeled, because one of the things that have been bedeviling the Nigerian economy is this issue of corruption. We are praying and hoping that it's not a case that when the subsidy is removed, then we will not see the effect of the subsidy removed again. Then it will be a double tragedy for Nigerians. So
the Nigerian government introduced oil subsidy to cushion the effect of rising global oil prices in the 1970s as the Olusegun Obasanjo military regime formalized the subsidy in 1977 with the promulgation of Price Control Act, which regulated prices of items including fuel.
Obasanjo, Yaradua regime and Jonathan regime, they tried to remove the subsidy, but the masses did not agree with them. But this one now, the former president already removed it before this one came into power.
Now, Nigerians are calling for the judicious utilization of funds saved from the removal of subsidy on petrol. For President Bola Tinubu, revamping the nation's economy remains a priority, but Nigerians also express the need to get adequate communications of government actions. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, queues at greater different petrol stations in Akure, the state capital, following the statement on fuel subsidy removal at the inaugural address of President Bola Tinubu, have disappeared. But the disappearance is coming at a cost. Motorists now purchase a litre of petrol for 500 naira. This development and its attendant effects continue to generate reactions among Nigerians. Osrc Zaid Aribisala in this report captures how commuters are coping with many trekking to reduce transportation costs.
Queues that surfaced at fuel stations across Ondo State a day after the inauguration of Bola Tinubu as president are no longer existing. Easy driving in and out of the fuel stations is coming at a price, 500 naira per litre of petrol.
In a day before, if I buy 1,000 naira fuel, which is 5 liters, I didn't buy fuel again. But today now, as 500 naira now, I buy fuel 2.5, which is 5 liters. Because if I didn't buy 2,005, they can't pay me.
Just 2 liters, 1,000. There's some fuel inside the car before, so it will be tough.
Some fuel stations still remain locked, while others looked deserted despite dispensing. Away from the pumps, the reality of the recent hike in petrol price is visible on the streets within Akure metropolis. Taxi drivers paused their operations for a while to project the need for an increase of fares. The situation has left some passengers expectedly stranded.
The hardship is too much now. I'm stranded now. I try from here to Ilesagaj now. The hardship is too much.
Interstate travels are not spared in witnessing price changes.
It's not palatable at all. I left Lagos yesterday to Akure and I spent almost 6,000 naira. So which before on a norm, I can't spend up to 5,000.
The recent increase in pump price of petrol and the attendant hike in transportation fares are pushing some Nigerians to put on a tough skin to adapt, abandoning their private vehicles, while others resort to trekking a distance to reduce expenses.
We are not prepared for this. It happened accidentally, which it affects everybody. You understand? But there's nothing we can do. There's nothing. But if really that is what they are working on, I think it's the best thing to do. But for now, everybody will feel the pain.
Well, it's not easy because there's hack in transportation right now. I have my car, but I cannot to fuel it. It's not easy. I understand the fact that the president is trying to bring a positive change, but he shouldn't just pronounce the removal of the subsidy just like when he resumes office. You know, seriously, Nigerians are really going through a lot of challenges. It's not that the salary of people have increased. No, Now like this, you are seeing me like this, I have to trek because I don't have money to, to transport myself from where I was to where I'm going to. So it's not easy.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) latest template of over 200% jump in pump price of premium motor spirit across the country is receiving a backlash from some residents too. NNPCL has said market competition will lead to the reduction of petrol pump price, with the group managing director Mili Kiari stating that the current inflated prices are just a week or 2 week reactions. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
In another development, the economic stimulus package of the new administration in the country continues to interest stakeholders in society. The latest to applaud President Tinubu's promise on the economy is the Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget in Ondo State, Mr. Emmanuel Igbasan, who expressed belief that the move, if well implemented, will lift millions of Nigerians out of poverty. Omoshiliola Ajayi now completes the story.
Nigeria is ranked the 31st largest economy in the world in terms of nominal gross domestic product (GDP) and the largest in Africa. The last 8 years have been seen as tough for Nigerians as the country experienced 2 economic recessions coupled with the outbreak of coronavirus in 2020. However, the economic policies of the present administration, as promised by President Bola Tinubu in his speech, seems to bring about some ray of hope for the nation, especially the business community that has been groaning under inconsistent economy. While reacting to some of the policies put in place by President Tinubu to revive the economy, the Ondo State Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Emmanuel Igbasan, described it as a robust and well-thought programs. He commended the consumers' credit reforms of the president, noting that it will help Nigerians as the nation embraces cashless economy and promotes productive activities in the economy.
Cashless economy is that you are able to access what you want without paying fully for it. It functions and it derives from a credit system, creating what I would call the ripple effect in the economy. That is the basis upon which economies grow.
Mr. Igbasan warned that the president should put in place measures to ensure a seamless run at the level of implementation.
It is not simplistic as we have made it. For example, for that policy, if the administration does not first tackle this multiple identity system of Nigeria, it's going to fail. Because what simply some people will do is to get some credit in Safara, travel to Lagos, get another one, travel to Port Harcourt, get another one, go to Enugu, get another one, and mess up the whole policy. So, there are some things that needed to be done for that policy to come in place.
On the issue of subsidy removal and subsequent announcement of petroleum pump price by the NNPCL, the Budget Commissioner opined that government should look outside the box by creating ways of cushioning the effects of the harsh economic impact on the citizens.
Is there any alternative for public transport? For example, let us look at civil servants. Majority of us will depend on monthly wages. So if this is hit me on the wrong side, where is the government boss that will say, okay, you will pass through my side by 7 o'clock, by 7:30, and then I can arrange myself to join the bus to that place. These are some of the things that government needed to put in place before implementing any public policy. You look at how it's going to affect different sectors, different spectrum of people, and then try to cushion the effect.
He therefore advised Nigerians to be prudent in their spending, reset their minds to meet up with the reality, and support the government to succeed. Omoshiliola Ajayi, Osrc News.
Milk is a global food rich with calcium, a mineral that promotes healthy teeth and bone. As the world marked International Milk Day, citizens were encouraged to make milk intake an important part of their consumption to enhance healthy living. Omoyola Benji reports that the theme for this year's World Milk Day is Sustainable Dairy.
Record shows that over 6 billion people across the world consume milk and dairy products annually, hence the need for Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations to establish the World Milk Day in 2001. The theme for this year is Sustainable Dairy, emphasizing the industry's commitment to reducing its environmental footprint while providing nutritious food and sustainable livelihoods. According to Medical Director, Ondo State College of Health Technology, Akure, Dr. Oluwabumi Ademujimi, the importance of milk cannot be underestimated because of its numerous benefits to the body.
It has a lot of vitamins and also minerals that we derive. An important one is calcium, which is very good for the bone health. It's good for our bones, and also the numerous vitamins in it is also good for the heart and also for the immune system. You know, our immune system is responsible in fighting off infections and other diseases. So these vitamins and minerals gotten from milk will help to boost our immune system.
The nutritionist at the institution, Mr. Lekon Bankole, explained further on the need for milk in the body system.
Milk is very, very important to human development, even adults, because of its contents. It contains a lot of nutrients. As a matter of fact, in food industries, we call it complete food because of the nutrients it contains. UNICEF has recommended, and WHO have recommended, that breast milk should be given to babies between the first day and 2 years. Although we know after 6 months you begin to add some other family food, but you know, after 6 months you can now begin to add some till 2 years. Till 2 years, that is when it can be, you know, sufficiently beneficial to the babies or to the infants.
Dr. Bello Olasende, a pediatrician with University of Medical Science Teaching Hospital, Akure Annex, lauded the thing but emphasized on the World Health Organization standard, which recommended exclusive breastfeed for infants from date of birth.
As a pediatrician, we advocate breastfeeding. Breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life for any baby without anything, no water, no drugs, except for drugs that are medically indicated, prescribed. Anything aside that, we as pediatricians don't subscribe to such. Even though we know that in very rare situations, if the mother is for any reason not available, for instance, if a woman gives birth and the woman dies, in that case you don't have an option than to say let's look for alternative.
Meanwhile, milk is not only available for drinking, but it is an essential ingredient for dairy foods like butter, cream, ice cream, cheese, among others. Omoriola Hungbiji, Osrc News.
To sports now. Ondo State government has called on well-meaning individuals to complement government's effort at harnessing youth potentials and developing sports, especially at the grassroots. Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development, Bamidele Ologunoluwa, made the call while reeling off the state's achievements in sports and youth activities in the state over the last months. Orange FM's Binga Oluwajano reports that the commissioner assured of Sunshine Stars' readiness to clinch a continental ticket at the Nigeria Premier Football League (NPFL) Super 6.
Ondo State Commissioner for Youth and Sport, Dele Ologunloluwa, lauded Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu for giving the youth a platform to explore their potentials, set salaries and match bonuses of players of Sunshine Stars Football Club are paid as and when due to boost their morale, while noting the Sunshine Stars and Sunshine Queens Football Club are given the required attention to excel in major competitions. He called on investors for partnership to uphold the football teams. The Sports Commissioner said the shelved Ondo State Sports Festival will be revived to accommodate activities that will showcase talent at the grassroots for international recognition. He revealed that Ondo State athletes have made the state proud in major competitions, stressing the two Guinness World Record holders in rope skipping, Philip Solomon and Benga Ezekiel, as well as Mate Taiwo, who has moved up in table tennis world rankings. He stressed that the ministry has trained youth on various skill acquisition programs, especially at the secondary school level, and also supported the National Youth Service Corps for youth empowerment and national cohesion. Benga Oluwajano, Osrc News.
And that sports story concludes Sunshine Reports. Thank you for your time. Good afternoon.